Curse of Strahd, 8/24/16.
So I apologize, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I took horrible.
It was last week. You took that one sentence, half a sentence.
Wait, let me read it to him.
Horrible notes.
These are the worst notes in the history of note taking.
I thought they were impressive. You know, the fact that you even got a whole sentence.
And here I used to like add to the wiki page.
Yeah, I know. I am an educator, but you know. Okay, so first line of 2 lines.
Okay.
Cleric and warlock head to church. Second sentence. End of the night. Town in flames.
That sounds like a joke.
It is no joke.
It isn't a joke.
So long story short is the burger. We somehow incited a riot against the Burgermeister.
He's dead now.
He's dead. The whole family's dead. The children are dead.
So that other lady, that other powerful family's probably happy with us, right?
Right.
Doctor's ecstatic.
Yeah, we're hopeful for some sort of coinage.
The devil lady walker, she is excited.
There's a lot of handouts last week.
Okay.
Almost 2.
A lot of handouts
handouts.
and box text.
I have handouts in here.
You know what's funny? So I was thinking of the timing of the last scenario or the last adventure, and we had all this action, like just town in flames, all this stuff's happening, all the undead flying around. You're like trapped in the church with all the people from the town, and the bats are swarming them. The front doors are locked, and then you got Strahd shows up in the window as half bat, comes through, and Jaime finally got the bones back in the church underneath the altar just in time before he killed you.
No, you killed me.
Didn't Strahd have you against the ropes or was about to bite your neck or something?
No, those are the other vampires.
No.
Twice. I think I was put the 0 twice.
So just in time,
I
saved
almost
him.
got killed the last session I played too by those freaking vampires. That was a nightmare. You did that. Oh, okay. So fluff-wise, story-wise, what my character would have done is stealth through all this was happening, gone to the cemetery, buried your character's corpse, and took the oath of vengeance, and then walked back into the town into the fire.
Nice.
So that's how it kind of went too, because as soon as the bones were back, and then all the vampires got sucked out. And the rest of the adventure, they just kind of walked around town shopping.
So this will be my character.
Good choice.
Nice.
Character.
Closet.
Yeah.
Zvart. Is it a Zvart?
This is actually somebody's hand-drawn version of Creature.
Creature?
Yeah. They look pretty good.
Are you playing more like Creature, or are you going to play like
More like
Dobby?
Creature as opposed to Dobby. Although I was going to take, because he's going to have a Fey background with Warlock.
Oh.
You made him a warlock?
Isn't that what you told me to do? No, Sorcerer. Did you tell me Sorcerer? Oh, cool.
The problem I have with Sorcerer right now is there's two backgrounds that neither of which I like.
Well, they added the Celestial, didn't they, on Unearthed?
Oh, did they?
If it works, use it.
I took Warlock. Is that what you told me to do?
Yeah. Warlock or I would prefer Sorcerer. Everybody's been playing a Warlock.
Yeah.
I'm a trendsetter.
He played the Warlock.
I had a Warlock.
You had a Warlock.
All right, I'll switch it for next time.
Haven't heard
Hopefully,
what Brett's
Calixto
playing
will
yet.
make it through the night.
Do we know what Fred's playing?
No idea.
He played that crazy guy from like 20th Century America last
yeah.
time.
I wonder if he'll use the same character. Probably level him up in the car right now.
What was this character? I don't even remember.
It was some crazy Jim Bob. His name was Jim Bob, and he was like crazy.
What class was?
I don't remember what he was.
Barbarian, maybe?
No, I don't. I think he might have been a magic user. I don't know.
Jamie's not here, so...
Jamie's out.
Jamie, you're missing out on like 12 donuts. They're big and juicy
Yeah,
and
that's
round and glossy.
Oh man, look at that. Man, I'll take that one. Thank you.
Is that a cinnamon roll?
Yeah. Take whatever the hell you want.
Jesus.
Just make sure you don't
What's
get
that?
no sticky... That's an apple fritter. I just threw them in there at the grocery store.
It's
so-
okay. It's only like 1,200 calories.
Just trying to ensure we die like good gamers.
Yep.
That's one of my other things that I like laughing about on the groups. Like some DM will say, "I killed my players tonight."
Okay.
Fuck, man, that's a serious game. What do you mean, your characters?
What are you playing, Dark Dungeons or something?
Yeah. Were you in the forest with
They
like
wouldn't
foam
get on
swords?
task, and I just poisoned the water.
I'm thinking, you must feed them the same thing I feed my players: candy and calories. Hey, Dave, will you cut these up for me?
Yep.
So the unfinished tasks: Bone Grinder, Werewolf, Wolf Hunters, Strahd's Invite. There's another thing to do with Arena. Aragorn, Vistani's child, is missing, went up to the lake. Dusk Elves want you to go to the Amber Temple to find some resurrection things so they can resurrect Katrina.
the Dusk Elves. That's what I was trying to think of.
The Blue Water Inn Tavern, Ravensloft. The Martineau family is looking. They haven't had a wine shipment. Same thing for the Vistani. And that seems the most logical task to go to next. The Wizard of Wines. The Mad Wizard of Bartok. Rictavio. And the Coffin Maker Vamps.
So we've literally done jack shit then. We did the
Got
bones.
the Burgomaster killed, got the bones back in there, so at least she's temporarily protected.
Basically, Ryan didn't miss a thing.
I missed the burning down of the town, alright? That's like one of my favorite things,
Yeah.
even if it accomplishes nothing.
Technically, incite riot,
Yep.
unleash chaos, leave.
Well, technically, you burn the whole town down.
That is true. We only burnt down the Burgermeister.
His little keep.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
All the better.
They
Yeah.
probably need his charred tinder to repair their shitty houses, so
Yeah.
he probably did them a favor. Plus, nobody has to pretend to smile anymore, right?
Yep. And that's true.
Right.
So I would recommend that you look into Strahd's Invite, the Wizard of Wines, perhaps the Wizard of Wines, maybe the Wizard of Wines if you're feeling like it,
Well, isn't that a way for us to get gold,
which you
too?
could
Didn't that
strongly consider.
Didn't the
Yeah.
guy offer to pay us for that job? Like, that's something I feel like we might want to get some kind of...
What the two things we can do about Cursed out?
And also the little girl just went up the lake.
So go north to the lake.
Because I feel like we probably need some silvered weapons and some cold iron weapons if we want to do anything in this world. We need gold to get that.
Your card draw from Madame Ava recommended that there was a
Oh, yeah.
werewolf.
The friend of our enemies or something, or the enemies of our enemies should be our friend.
The werewolf would be able to help you in your
Fight.
fight against Strahd.
I do remember
Do we
that.
have a map?
It's up there.
No, do we have like a smaller one I can...
Nope.
Really?
Didn't I print one out? The lands of Barovia.
I never got one.
Alright.
All right.
Brett must have gotten
So
a crash.
was the wine guy at the Vistani camp, or that the
no,
dust?
he was at the tavern, I think.
Oh, he
At
was.
one of the, yeah, he was the one who's like, I'm having trouble with like stopping the wines, I think, or something like that. Let me look, I have notes on everything.
Oh, and Blinksy would recommend
Oh,
if
yeah.
you end up going to the Ravenloft Castle Manor thing.
To find his crazy automaton toy.
Yep. Aragorn, Luvash's daughter Arabelle, disappeared, supposedly heading north, and they're also out of wine. They're very concerned about the wine shipments. So you guys get the impression that that's how people get through living in Ravenloft is on this wine. Living in Barovia, I should say.
But this place where they make the wine, it's like out of another city, isn't it?
So you guys are here.
Yeah.
Wizard of Wines is right there.
Okay.
There appear to be only two terrifying places between here and there. There's a letter on your map right there, and there's a letter on your map right there.
We avoid the letters. 400 feet before the letter, we take...
All the roads go through those letters.
Yeah.
We get off the road at that point.
Yeah. We
So
go
it's probably safer to just go randomly through the woods, because that's always safer.
and just don't roll 17s.
Yep, no 17 plus.
Yeah, the tavern keeper's been missing wine shipments, and he's willing to pay us.
And what were the Dusk Elves asking us to do?
Maybe we should go to some amber temple that you don't know where it's at.
Amber
I'm gonna
Temple.
write that down. Write down the stuff that you guys did and didn't write down.
Yeah.
He also mentioned that the abbot of Krezd supposedly can raise dead and protect anyone from
What did the
devil
Dust Elves
Strahd.
want us to do?
The Amber Temple.
Go to the Amber Temple and get some device that'll resurrect the dead and raise Patrina from the dead.
So here's the handouts from last week.
Just a couple.
We just got a couple. You
I
know,
reprinted your letter.
if you want to go in the other room and come back at 9:30 when you're done reading it.
Grab his letter from Strahd, I think is in there.
Yeah.
You get your property to the village. Those are the new ones.
Oh, these are the new deeds?
Reprinted.
Whoa.
Some guy did a bang up job on the Curse of Strahd group that I
I
manage.
think you should dine at my castle, like, and meet in civilized surroundings.
We haven't taken him up on his
Bring the
offer.
lady who slashed my neck.
That was the comment I made on the group too. I'm like, the paladin critted him on the first hit. Now they're going to be overconfident.
That is my flaw. My pride will probably lead to my destruction. It's my flaw.
Now you're going to be like, yeah, the devil Strahd von Zarovich, fucked him.
Yeah, he's not so tough. I hit him once and he ran away.
Here's a victim.
Running water.
I don't know what they make this out of.
We just dropped him in a river and he died.
Okay, Casimir, hunted by dreams of Patrina, needs to restore her to life. Amber Temple, question mark.
This is all basically the notes of the stuff we should have figured out immediately. This is nice. We know Strahd's weaknesses from this.
So, who's the half-elf entertainer?
The dude that had the monkey in his thing.
So he's basically kind of like a monster hunter.
Is he?
Yeah, and so he left these notes.
I knew there was something about him that he had an artifact of great power or something that was in the Madame Ava's thing. I was pretty sure it was him because it was a man who is not who he appears to be.
That's Rictavio.
Yeah.
So he basically seems like he's an ally of the guy whose notes we have here.
Okay. The Journal of Rudolf von Richten.
Yeah. So I have a feeling Rictavio might be a bit of a badass.
So we should probably enlist him. Well, I mean, I think we need to anyway because it's in the cards. A man is not what he seems. He comes in a carnival wagon. He has a sword of light. So he probably has the weapon we need to.
Oh, and just to go back to your card reading. There't something about Old Bone Grinder.
Yep, the windmill.
Something
Something
about two crypts and something about a werewolf being Strahd's enemy.
Yeah, the father's tomb. I don't know what that means. Maybe what's her face's father? The only one I can think of. And then find the Mad Dog's crypt.
All right, so where are we right now? What's our location?
You're in Vallaki.
Okay.
You can go back to Old Bone Grinder and try and figure out what's hidden in the attic.
Well, it's been a couple days now. I feel like we wanted to go back there and try to sneak in and not fight them because they're basically
tough old bats.
They're tough old bats.
We
There's
need to
only-
be 3 levels higher to fight
Yeah,
them.
I think so.
But we might be able to sneak it. Though I'm the only sneaky one now, aren't I?
Yeah. I'm now a combat boot.
You need to get your house elf from Harry Potter land in here. That's got sneak. Sneak. What kind of self-respecting character is Sneak?
Well-
Just fight your way through.
I still think that
All encounters are going to be tailored so that the party can beat them 75% of the time.
Sure.
Right? Especially in this
6
module.
vampire spawn.
that we couldn't. I think that we probably should do one of these easier kind of side quests to garner favor and some kind of.
The wine thing is good because it. Yeah, the wine thing would get us cash. Hopefully, get us a level,
And probably more favor in this town.
and yeah, we can learn more about.
We already, I feel probably have decent favor in this town. Because
you
I
do-
feel like there's not too many places that people actually would be our allies or give a shit about us in this world.
Oh, they don't give a shit about us, to be honest.
But I think we might be able to get this town on our side because, you know, we helped the new ruler. The people are probably happier. They don't have to pretend.
What was the fallout, Jay, politically? Like, is it just the next day, I guess?
Yeah, really just kind of
Okay, all right.
So, of the NPCs, you know, there's still Father Lucian is going to try and protect Arena for a while. He seems nervous about it. He seems to have something on his mind, but he won't tell you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Soldar and Yevgeny, the wolf hunters. Rictavio seems to...
Did the Burgermeister's men all
gone.
seem to perish, or did they get away? Did the really scary one,
They went
Imric?
home. They're all just in... what's his ass?
What's his name?
This guy.
The dude that I basically promised to kill.
Fizik Strasny disappeared after the fallout. All the rest of the employees
So we keep
eventually.
watch every night now because he's going to murder me in my sleep.
So there was a big showdown at the church. So it was basically surrounded by undead, and he and the priest had the bones, and I was inside, my newer character, and so they had to fight their way in basically. So there was all this like
Literally fight. We kind of.
there was this giant melee going on at the church this whole time, and that guy was there fighting against Strahd.
Okay.
So,
No, that makes sense.
yeah, but you know he just like bailed at the last second and ran away.
Okay.
Oh, and the Dusk Elf hinted at the fact that Stradvan Zarvich and his arrogance, and the reason why you're trapped here is it seems that he has brought you here. You were trapped here at his will. And he's obviously not looking to kill you outright, or he easily could
That's what I've
have.
done already. So he's toying with us?
And he hints that his game is probably that he's either just so lofty, so arrogant, he doesn't even consider you guys a threat. You just play things like a cat and a mouse. But there's also the, you know, this lusting after Arena. Do you guys know the story behind that?
She looks like
Here's old
what's her name?
Wing.
He calls her that name also.
And so he secretly hopes to be replaced.
Tatiana. Yeah, so it's almost like he has a death wish, right?
Yep.
Also, we got a lot more negative view of the Vistani last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the group we met last time, they were a bunch of douche nozzles.
And
The other ones surrounding the Dusk Elf hovels.
the Dusk Elves were basically saying they're like totally in league with.
Strahd.
Yeah, so we don't know if there's factions
That's what we're wondering too, though.
of Vistani
They did
or
bring us here. Personi did bring us here, and if Strahd wanted us here.
right. He's their minions. They're his minions.
Okay.
I'll get this plugged in.
Did you just... Is there chemical warfare happening?
I'm just vaporizing food and then it goes straight to gas.
Okay.
Just cycle some cold, damp air. That always feels good.
All right, I feel like he's brought up to speed pretty well.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Okay.
Amazing, just those 2 lines in your notes, how we came to all that.
Go to church? Contemplate?
I don't know, maybe we go to, what's her name, though,
Oh yeah.
and see if we can get...
We should probably try and get some payment for our
Yeah.
coup d'etat that we
I thought we tried that.
did we?
Credit
Oh, credit, yeah.
through the Vistani.
What is that?
Oh, and that's why we had to go out to the outskirts of town for that other Vistani group. Wasn't it?
Yeah. So we're getting kind of the runaround on some sort of payment. I'll get the checks. The checks in the mail, basically.
If you can figure out what's wrong with the Wizard of Wines, if you can figure out where Aragorn's daughter went off to,
So basically we don't get paid until we do everything.
kind of. It's the Mafia. They're just being protectionist.
All right, so let's go talk to the... Did the Tavern Keeper have any leads for the wine?
Yeah. You catch some rumor that the Tavern Keeper's father is the one that actually runs the winery.
In that key, that like, little castle or whatever.
Yep, Mardukov. Here's the Martikov family. Erwin, Danica, Berg, and Rom.
Okay. This is where we're staying, right?
You don't see any paintings. There's like paintings of other family members and stuff, and they all have that same look about them. You don't see any paintings of his father around. Evidently, they had a bit of falling out.
Did this guy seem? He was one of the guys that didn't have a soul.
Who's that?
The tavern keeper.
No, these guys, him and his family, all have souls.
Oh, but that was that was back in. Barovia.
It was in the in the town of Barovia. There was not a lot of brightness there either.
Okay.
The town of Kresk, you've heard, is a fortified town. Everybody's afraid to come out. They grow their own food. They import wine, of course, and then they also hide inside their walls, and they don't let anybody in.
So like Montana.
What's that?
So like Montana then.
Like Montana. Yep.
So we just got to find the Unabomber shack.
But they also depend on wine delivery.
And you can't live in this world without alcohol.
Not without alcohol.
So they're like
6.
The shipments seem to just have stopped coming from the actual winery.
Yeah.
What is this?
They're overdue. Haven't shown you guys.
the tavern keeper.
Erwin, this person here wants to talk to you.
So Kresk is fortified. Can you give us like some sort of letter to your father?
I don't think the wine comes from Kresk, though.
It doesn't come from Kresk. It comes from actually. So
Kresk needs the wine too.
Kresk is right there, off the Old Svalich Road. The winery is down south of Lake Baratok.
What's that big town to the left then? Or is it just like a...
This is a picture of
The castle.
This must be Kresk here. There's Kresk. The Abbey of St. Markovia is there, where the abbot of St. Markovia is, the person who can raise people from the dead. But you've also heard of the Amber Temple, where there's some type of item that can raise people from the dead, which is always good in a land like this. Then we got the village of Barovia. There's Valaki's map. I don't know what this is. And then there was the pool encampment that you saw earlier.
But is that thing, that left-hand top bar, that's just like a blown-up version of something on this other map?
This would be Kresk here.
Okay, so it's just a blown-up version of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's just ask the... I'll ask the tavern keeper.
Yeah.
So, has the wine just stopped coming from the winery, or has there been raids on the roads and the wine hasn't been delivered, or has it just gone silent?
It's just gone silent. Some people have gone to check it out, didn't return, of course, and nobody's too keen to go back.
Do you recommend a way for us to get there safely?
Usually by foot.
What? Okay. Is there a road we should take? Should we not take the roads?
Oh no, take the roads during the day when it is light out. It's always best.
So far.
There it is. The burgomaster of Kresk is it's just one moment away.
Do you have... I'd like to ask him if he has any suspicions of why the wine has stopped.
Something terrible must have happened.
Has this happened before?
No.
That's vague.
Well,
do you have any specific...
Something actually has happened. The Champagne Le du Stamp. There's 3 types of wine that we get. You get Purple Grape Bash number 3. You get the Red Dragon something or other called
Green Dragon Rotgut.
Do you love me some rot gut?
Anyways, there's the Red Dragon, which is slightly better than the Purple Grape Mash number 3. And then there's the Champagne Le du Stamp, which we can't get. Because they can't grow the grapes because something
There's a
happened.
blight.
My father will tell you all about
There's
it.
a blight upon the land.
Okay. So it's just the champagne.
Red Dragon Crush is what it's called.
So it's just the champagne you can't get?
Can't get the champagne. Now we can't get anything.
Okay. So everything is just...
Everything. It's a dry town now.
Okay. So I would turn to you guys and I would say, well, if we don't know at all what's happened, if it's just gone dark, we probably should follow the road to see if there's any sign of it being raided and anything like that.
Yeah, we might encounter travelers.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might find out what happened to the people who went.
All right. So I'm gonna get some provisions.
Probably a good idea. I will do the same.
And everything's like triple value, right?
It's 10 times here, isn't it?
I think it's 10. I have the list.
I'll ask the tavern keeper.
This is the.
Oh, okay. Hey, we're going after to look for your dad.
No.
So, do you think you can help us with some provisions from your stock of wares and food and whatnot?
We've also liberated you from the tyranny of the Burgermeister's smile.
Exactly.
I've helped out those who've been invited here before, and my stuff never gets returned.
Well, I guarantee you Strahd is no match for me, and that your stuff will be returned. I have faced him in single combat before.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You know, he can hear you right now saying this is super hearing.
He's like Santa Claus. He sees
Knows when you're naughty and nice.
He rolls you out a potion of healing.
Okay.
It's about all I can spare.
I'm gonna give it to... Because I can heal myself. You have second wind.
Yeah,
you don't have any healing, so I'm gonna give you the potion of healing. So... Because we both have some ways of healing ourselves.
He goes, Is that the sword of Kaz?
We do have the sword of Kaz.
I actually have it.
It's an evil sword.
Who
Oh, no, sorry. I have the spell, the sword of...
Who wrote those things down?
I have them. I have, like, the artifacts that we wrote down, that we got. We
That
have,
looks like the sword of
lantern,
Kaz.
too.
It's a legendary item.
Sword of Kaz / Vecna.
Takes a look,
I have the Delvnar's teeth still.
pulls it out of the sheath. His eyes get really big. Flips it over. It's amazing. It's an exact replica. Should save this for your collection. He hands it back to you.
Can you tell me what this is? Any history behind it?
Well, Kaz was a terrible person.
Okay.
Fought alongside a wizard. He was the general for a wizard named Vecna. And story has it that Kaz then eventually became so powerful that he tried to turn on Vecna, and Vecna cursed him and sent him off into isolation, but not before Kaz and he had a battle, and Kaz chopped off Vecna's hand and dismembered Vecna into many pieces, but some last minute curse like whisked him away, and all that was left was remnants of this lich and remnants of this sword and things too.
So you're saying this sword has remnants of a lich in it?
No, it's an exact replica.
Oh, it's a replica.
Of an actual sword. Someone who touched this sword must have seen the actual sword of Kaz and made it as an exact replica for a reason.
How do you know that's an exact replica?
Good question. See, and he points up to this painting on the wall where there's this person's face rubbed out on there. It's probably his father. And
It's just like erasered off.
And there's a sword up there that shows, something. And he says, because the actual sword of Kaz would have so much magical power, it would consume your mind. I could only assume it was a fake.
Oh, speaking of wizards.
And there's some markings and runes and shit
We
on it.
read something in a handout about there's some wandering wizard.
The Mad Mage of Mount Baratok.
Yes. Another plot.
Attempted a coup on Strahd and was defeated
Right.
and driven mad and fled to the mountains.
Right.
Supposedly a very powerful individual.
So another possible ally.
So, would anyone in this town have the craftsmanship to make such a sword?
A sword like this? Not even a replica. Maybe the abbot. Or the Mad Mage, I suppose, if he's as powerful as everyone says he is. Cheese, anybody? fairly
So you
familiar.
can't spare a day's worth of provision for us?
No, I can't.
Like a hunk of cheese and some...
Not since the uprising. The price of goods has gone through the roof. As you've seen, the price of everything is 10 times the normal price right now.
So you don't care if you see your father again or not?
I just want to see a return of the wine.
Well,
It's more for the goodwill. It's more for the goodwill of the
That's
people.
what we're attempting to do.
Listen, I'll pay you a nice stipend when you get back. If you get back.
Can you define nice?
Not really. See, day to day, the value of currency in this town may go up or down. He gives you some BS business figures, you know, that only a business owner would know, and you're just like, yeah, I don't give a crap about your business.
The fluctuation of electrum.
True. You know, rubbed electrum compared to new printed electrum compared to 100-year-old electrum.
Yeah, people go around to different houses and steal like the electrum plumbing, the electrum fuses.
Yeah. They're no longer up to city code.
Is this guy really being difficult?
No.
He's not being helpful though.
Well, he's only being as helpful as he can.
Go Fey presents all over his
Yeah.
ass.
I'm gonna try to look all sweet and hot.
Cool. Roll an insight.
Insight.
I shall be a beauteous queen.
Dark and terrible of the morning, whatever that line is.
All right, you go all soccer mom on his ass.
Yeah.
16?
Okay. So with your bonus 16?
Yeah.
And he just kind of smiles.
Do I know the significance of that?
Not a clue.
But didn't we read something about that? Something about... Oh.
Yeah, Ryan, you need to remind me of my skills. Like last week, I totally forgot about Second Wind. I didn't have my action surge written on my character sheet.
Yeah.
You know.
That's him? That's the keep?
Erwin!
You know, do you have a fighting style?
Yeah, +2 on archery.
But we read something.
And then instead of improving my stats, I took a feat of dual wielder.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that was your
That's not
journal,
bad.
Rickton.
gives me +1 AC if I got 2 weapons out, and I can fight.
How'd you guys get the
You
journal,
can-
Rickton?
you
I
can
think he
add
left it
your
out
dex
deliberately
for
for
both.
you, right?
Yeah. The
You quickly transcribed it into your cell phone.
the half elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rictavio. He left us clues about that monster hunter or witch hunter.
Where is he now?
He
Didn't he get, like,
evidently
driven out of town?
he evidently went back to his thing. You haven't checked to see if he's out of town.
We
You
saw
also
him
haven't gone back to see if the coffin maker's okay. He was really nice to you, but what do you guys care?
We saw Rictavio in the stocks, and then during the whole bloodbath, like the undead just basically attacked the town square while there was this, smile and be happy ceremony. And then we came back and Rictavio had escaped somehow.
Rictavio.
He looked like a swarthy guy.
Yeah. Sort of a steampunk.
Yeah, sort of a steampunk person with a book and a cane.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, off to Bone Grinder. Try and sneak in.
No, I think we head
Go
towards...
slay the
We're gonna
hags.
go west and then turn south at the road and go try to find the...
Wizard of Mines.
Do we need anything before we leave? As far
A
as-
whole bunch of
I
not
I
17s.
still have the
Did you want to go up to Lake Zarovich?
no.
Quick sidetrack up, see if you can find the girl.
Well,
That's the girl that's
The Vistani missing.
the missing, but the Mad Wizard's up there also.
He's up in the mountains, though.
Well, that's way north, yeah.
Wait, I can't eat these. My wife's bringing me a Chipotle.
I say we stick to one thing and we try to
Right.
go towards the lines first and
Okay.
investigate that. And remember that. Oh, I'm gonna ask the tavern keeper before we leave if he knows anything about these teeth. They were at this ritual site. They seem to be Okay.
Probably some holy relic. Rictavio would know. He's a more well-traveled man than me.
I'm sorry. I know someone asked me where is Victavio?
I went back to his wagon. He had to take his saber-tooth tiger evidently and stick it back in there, and nobody's seen him since.
Okay, hey, before we head out, Lady Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you this item that I have because I'm not sure how to use it and what it would be good for.
What is it?
It's a scroll of Thoth.
Oh yeah.
Thoth. So in Samaria, I think it basically is like a necromancer type scroll, isn't it?
Well, the priests of Stygia used to use it for some nefarious purposes.
So, anyways, I can't really use it. So
when time allows, I'll take a look at it and see what I can do with it.
I think Jaime, well, any spellcaster could probably use it. Yeah. You could practice up if you want a multi-class. It just makes your character.
You could Eldritch Knight.
no, he's not going to live that long.
What is your?
Is your backup character going to kill your current character in a cruel twist of fate?
What is your like specialization? Are you like champion, battlemaster, Eldritch Knight?
No, well, he's a human with a sailor background from Samaria. He was a sailor with the Queen of the Black Coast.
Right. But you're a fighter, and I think you get a background at level 3, like a specialization. Like I think it's at level 3, where you're either like battlemaster or like Eldritch Knight. Or
Got you. Yeah, I should have taken Battlemaster.
Okay.
Because Dave and Dog.
The easiest one without upkeep is champion. I think it just gives you stuff, and then Battlemaster gives you like, you know how like my ranger used to do like weird little maneuver things?
Yeah.
That's what it.
Yeah, like I could give commands and you get a
exactly.
+2 bonus or something like that.
Because Dave and Nautical Transport go really well together.
I once played a navigator that couldn't sail his way out of a paper box.
It's the best kind of navigator.
And then I played a dockhand who actually, I blew up a barge in a swamp. That's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, you get your martial archetype at 3.
Remember your lucky fishing hook?
Yeah, that was Jurgen. He had and Scott borrowed it and bent it. He rolled a chaos star, and then my character died that night. I still haven't forgiven it.
That was a good memory.
Good times.
So it's 20 hexes, which means it's 5 miles to the road that heads south. You see the R on the map. It's South Lake Bartok that heads south. 32 hexes total. So 8 total miles. Traveling at approximately, what the way roads are, maybe 16 miles a day. Normally you can get through about 20 to 25. You should be there in half a day, barring any evil goat monsters.
What time is it right now?
It's a D12 in the afternoon. It's 11 at night. So do you want to head out now?
Yeah, it's good.
It's always dusk when we set out anywhere.
Let's find Rick Tavio if he's still in town before we leave them.
All right. You go to Rick Tavio's wagon. And he is sitting out on the lid of it. There's Rick Doe's Wago. Smoking a pipe and reading a book. And looking concerned. Then he stops and he begins penning a letter.
Octavio, moment of your time.
Sure.
Do ravens have any significance in this realm?
Yeah, they were part of the old kind of cult of good. Well, whatever that means.
So finding those Ravenloft feathers is like a good omen.
What do you know of the innkeep?
Seems a nice guy.
Anything further you'd like to add?
I guess he's related to the owner of the Wizard and Wines. Gets free wine. Distributes to the people for free, except for you guys, since you're outsiders, of course, and myself.
Maybe something more along the lines of his family history.
Nothing special.
What's the name of this monster hunter guy? The guy whose thing you read?
It's on the top of there.
Rudolph von Richten.
Yeah. What do you know of von Richten?
But he gave me the book.
Well, okay, but do you know him personally?
Well, at least he's not dead. At least not yet.
Crazy old wizard.
Not really an answer to the question.
Well, you know, in many travels, I've seen many things, and I've been many things.
Are you... What's that guy's name?
Richten?
Von Richten?
Well, that's a pretty direct question.
I'm a direct lady.
You're a man who doesn't seem like you are who you appear to be.
No one is in these realms.
Okay, that's all I care about. We found some artifacts along our travels. Could you happen to help us identify them?
Sure, let's take a look.
Let's show them the teeth.
All right. Oh, ooh, yeah, he feels those. Shakes him around like an old man scratching his balls. You know, shakes him up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Puts one in his mouth, sucks on it a little bit, spits it back in his hand. These are old teeth.
They were used in some sort of cult ritual. Do you know of any teeth type of rituals?
There are some evil druids in the forest that wear teeth around their neck. Human teeth.
Not hags, druids. Okay.
Not necessarily hags.
Okay.
But the good news is mostly those druids are only seen around, you know, west of here towards Kresk and the Wizard of Wines.
Oh, that's good.
But the Wizard of Wines has been pretty well protected for years. And what else you got for me to see?
I show him the lantern.
Green gem. Bet that's special. Wonder what it could possibly go to.
I feel like this guy's a little condescending.
I don't pick up on it. I just don't.
Thanks, bub.
It seems to kill undead.
Hi.
Oh, I'll bet it does.
Do you see my view?
I bet it tends to grow life, too.
Do you see my
Real life.
Yes.
You did?
We'll practice together. If Jaime was here, he could play the drums and you could play the violin.
Oh, I play viola.
Viola? Really? Is viola, like, larger than violin?
A little bit larger, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he mentions that to you.
You're extremely helpful.
Mm-hmm.
What about this sword? I've been told it's a replica of the Sword of Kas.
Oh, let me see it. No, it's a cheap knockoff of a replica. Look here at these markings.
It's a replica of a replica.
Too precise to be made by, you know, Imperial Vecnians. Even the hands of Vecna couldn't fashion anything like this. Although, this notch here. He finishes penning his letter, rolls it up and hands it to you. Give this to Esmeralda when you see her.
Who's Esmeralda?
You'll know.
Okay.
You can read it if you like.
I'll read it.
Just not right now.
Okay. I read it anyway right now.
Okay. You unroll it. Can you even read?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Not very quickly. I have intelligence of 8.
My dearest Esmeralda, don't be hasty in your decisions. I'll be here
I
to
can't
lock
read
you
that
waiting. He's reading it while you have it unrolled because you're taking too long.
Like sounding out the words.
Yep. Your dearest mentor, Rictavio.
Okay.
I show him the silver sword of Saint Andrel.
That's authentic.
Does it have any, other than being silver and being a holy relic, does it have any known qualities.
No, silver. It's a holy relic. Has
Is it
no
a
known
long sword
quality.
or is it a great sword or a long
I think we
sword?
said it was a rapier or something. didn't we?
Yeah, it was. Fortunately, it was a yeah.
All right, where did you find that sword?
The guy at the church gave it to me,
Okay.
or gave it to the party. I don't remember what.
So I'm gonna talk to Rick Tabby about. I'm gonna ask him. Madam Ava, who is known to be a great prophet, seer, whatever, gave us a prophecy, and you seem to fit one of the pieces of the prophecy.
Probably. I'm a very important man, and I've traveled far and wide. Now I find myself here.
Do you have a sword of light?
No.
I'm gonna see if he's lying. Is 11?
Nope.
Probably not.
Doesn't look like he's lying. Just then, he slides over the little window to his trailer. It's much better than the broken screen door that's on the front, dog tied up in the front yard. A giant, saber-toothed tiger head squeezes its way through, and he kind of pets the ears. He doesn't like that sound.
Oh.
The tiger eyes dart over to you.
No, I thought the cat was making that sound.
Is it hissing?
No, it's trying to clean something out of its teeth.
Okay.
I think it might be one of the guards.
Oh, good. All right, that's all the questions I had for you. Thank you for.
Let me ask you a question.
No.
What do you? How are you getting out of this place? Everybody tries.
How do you think we're going to get out of this place?
I believe there's an or die trying at the end of every one.
So does Strahd have a death wish? Is that why he brought us here?
I think you're just his playthings. He kind of sizes you up and down for a very short while.
Would you be interested in accompanying us to the winemaker? Probably be safe for us to travel by wagon.
I need to be here to wait for Esmeralda. When you see her, give her the letter. Maybe
But
later.
if you're with us, when we see her, we'll meet her.
But I don't have a death wish.
Oh.
And who's Esmeralda again?
So you're a coward.
Yeah,
Same thing.
his
Okay. No, it's all right.
pal, friend, right? Esmeralda's kind of like his compatriot.
What do you call it? Intern. Thing.
Okay.
Whatever you call that.
It seems like the people that always know things are cowards. Let's just go.
Yep.
They have lesserlings. They're doing way more important things, like penning letters to their lesserlings saying, go do this, go do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm ready to. I say we spend the night and wake up early.
Yep.
All right. Wake up at
Yep.
dawn and.
Pick a random one of these.
Pick a card, any card. Let's do a hidden one. Super hidden one.
Read it.
Don't read it, you said?
No.
I thought they all said the same thing.
You didn't look very close, did you?
I didn't look very close. Because I carefully cut them.
Just try not to cut off my fingers.
Okay. Alright, so the evening passes without incident.
Go back to the blue water, you stay overnight. You wake up the next morning, and the morning looks darker than the night before because it's even more gloomy today.
Of course. Is there like a
I
light?
have a hard time even knowing what time of day it is.
Yeah, it's like always glaucoma here. Is there like a light misting rain?
No, today it's clear, just really heavily fogged.
Okay. All right. Do we have our where's our characters? Let's see here.
I don't know if I'm on this table. Let's see if I am. This is. Wasn't that somebody? Well, this is the. Yeah, here we are. This is me. Is this you?
A visitor arrived in
think
town
so.
last night, Brahm,
This is me and her.
Mardikov's son, and says that the
This guy.
people of Krezk had begun to start to sleep in the crypts because they think it's the only hallowed protected ground left.
The people of Crest?
That's the town west.
Yep, that's the fortified town. What's happening at Crest to make them think that?
They're just despondent because there's no
Because they're not done.
no wine.
Wow, that is bleak.
You know what would cheer us up if we slept in the graveyard?
That is bleak. Okay. Oh, this is Amanda with the children. That's right. All right. All right, Jay. Here's our marching order. We're going in a triangle.
Alright, so you walk around the town square and can still see the wreckage of 2 days before, the old bonfire. Most of this stuff is kind of burned down to ash. But otherwise, when you head out into the wilderness on foot...
Are people contentedly frowning now in town?
Contentedly frowning.
They are, and they're satisfiedly frowning.
They're comfortable in the frowning.
Parked in the little horse parking area of the Blue Water Inn is a horse.
That seems out of place.
It's totally out of
Draft
place.
horse parked there. It says, property Rectavio, leave Drusilla alone. Exclamation point. In other words, kind of all you yacky tans.
Is it tied up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take my dagger and just saw the rope and we can just leave now.
Alright. Mischief maker.
Alright.
If the steed is truly loyal, he'll stay.
Yeah.
But he seems like kind of an ass, so better to free it.
Can you guys read Rectavio's journal?
That one?
Amanda
Remember the
did.
name Drusilla?
It is?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I confronted him and asked if that was him, and he was like, no.
Drusilla was mentioned in here?
Probably.
I don't believe so.
You may leaf through it. It's written in cursive.
Unless
The writing makes frequent mention of conversations with Drusilla, which the journal fails to mention is the name of Rectavio's horse, and recounts many long and tedious journeys by wagon. And he also wrote about those other oddities like the were-hair child, the half-orc woman who could chew through iron chains, the man-eating plant that had a most remarkable singing voice, a pair of conjoined goblins, and small men with no legs named Fillmore Stunk who could drink whole casks of wine without getting drunk.
So Drusilla's his horse?
Yeah. Evidently likes apples.
As
Drusilla and I
do.
shared an apple together and had some deep conversation. You're not sure if he's stark raving mad or...
No, I know some
Something you don't know.
people can talk to animals, so.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Alright.
Anyways,
Can I just do Control F on this?
you could.
Okay. Alright. So we're going to head out. We're heading west. On the open road with nothing but courage in our hearts and cold steel in our hands.
Fine.
There's at least courage in my heart. I don't know about you guys.
No, my guy's brave.
You haven't proven it to me yet.
That's fine.
I'm just mildly annoyed.
As always.
I think they haven't changed into a different skort in 2 weeks?
No. And this one's got stains all over it. And the most troubling one is somewhere in the back.
BBs?
I don't know, I find stuff laying around and I throw it on the table because I think it makes good detritus. You should see the spiders I've been finding. Check these out. Did you look at any of the spiders that have been in these houses?
Oh my gosh.
No, that's amazing.
That's like...
Those are the ones I find in the windowsill and I'm like, oh, I'll just stick them on the map for good reason.
The reasons.
I can't find any good black widows. Although I almost wrestled one down today over the lunch hour in front of my office. Alright, all the good things of the world seem to fade away, and you find yourself in the unhappy wilderness, headed out on the old Svalich road.
I breathe it in and say, much more like home. Unhappiness, harsh, lifeless surroundings.
Oh, son of a bitch. Got me neat. Hell of a lot of use out of these trees over the years, I'll tell you. And so anyways, you've left Melda, Marcos, and everybody else. And you're on the road with the forest choking in closely. Throw your minis out there.
Yep. And yep.
This one?
Yep, the badass chick with the two-handed sword.
Yep. Alright, stick yourself somewhere in the broken road that is that.
Oh, be in front.
Broken road that represents our broken lives.
You're here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is it every square we check? See, we're playing by the rules.
Oh, we're playing by the rules, okay.
Here it is.
Every square?
That's what I think.
Is that how dangerous this world is? That literally every quarter of a mile?
Every 30 minutes. So how far do you get in 30 minutes? Quarter mile, right? Once you're on the track?
No, 2.5 miles. If we're walking like 5 miles an hour.
5. 1.5. It's bumpy road. So
there's
no wine.
We're walking. We're hiking.
I have an athletics of +9. All right, I am speed walking.
The average walking speed, so if you want to measure it on things, if you want to get on the realism.
I think it's about 3.3 miles per hour.
2.3 miles an hour if you're carrying gear.
All right, so every mile.
All right, so.
But as a soccer mom, I walk to all my kids' soccer games.
Yes, she's got that.
So I got a power walker going.
Yeah. She's got the little
2.5.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's what it's like when I'm walking with my wife at the mall. All right, who's going to roll the first 4?
I'll do it. 9, 4, 13, 10.
All right, you made it 16 hexes. One more to go.
Oh.
Wait, you guys get to the P.
What is the P?
The P is a very important place. It is the Luna River Crossroads. Shit.
Do we have to change it to train now? Let me tell you, my theater of the mind was totally immersed for that 7 minutes that you had it out there on the table.
A train we didn't really even use.
I don't know how the bridge is.
You want me to look for it?
There. It's a bridge.
Okay.
All right. So at the Luna, it's been a very pleasant walk. So foggy that your speed is actually slowed dramatically. The road comes to an intersection with branches. The lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusts upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection where you're coming from. Top half of the sign, featuring 4 arms pointing in 4 directions, lies in the weeds nearby. Meanwhile, Dennis Nedry in his crashed Jurassic Park truck is down the valley. Sorry, that's a Jurassic Park joke. So anyways, yeah,
I'll go and try and get some of the undergrowth off of the sign so we can.
it says two parts of the sign read Kresk, Solinka Pass, Lake Baratok, and Valaki and Ravenloft, and Berez.
Well, we're heading to. I guess we want to turn south, right?
Yeah.
What you remember is it goes northwest and southwest. The southeast road, you don't know because these roads actually wind more than the map show, but you definitely know you don't want to go straight south unless
Okay,
you're headed to Solanka Pass.
Southwest. We wanna go
Southwest is where we
southwest.
want to
Yes.
go.
Okay, so I just need a direction sense from somebody.
Who's got survival?
Nate.
Oh, I'm a sailor.
Nature. Oh yeah, Mr. Navigator.
I'm a sailor.
He hops in a boat in a river and realigns
Yeah.
every
Do you
time.
have navigation tools? You probably actually you think you do if you have.
These
sailing.
guys look around. I'm like waist deep in the river.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Roll a d20. You don't know
Okay.
if your tools are magnetized or if they're based on being able to see the sun or the stars.
Okay.
Roll a 17 or better, and they're based on magnets.
Navigator's tools. Okay.
Nope, they're based on being able to see the sun, the stars.
Which we can't see because it's.
It's foggy, and there's no freaking sun in the sky because it's always overcast.
I have a teeny bit of skill in navigating the land, but
Okay.
not much.
All right. Well, so let's see. What skill would that be?
Survival.
Survival.
I got some pluses in it.
At this point, you'll need about a 18 to get it right.
Well, I tell you what. Let me.
There's only 6 choices.
There's only 3 other choices. Like there's a
I'm
road
gonna-
you came in on, which you're not quite sure which one you came on at this point after discussing it for a little bit.
I'm
but-
still gonna eyeball it in the fog here, and then you kind of check me. So why don't you make a check on what you think direction we
You
should
know
go.
that back the way you came was the river, so that's all you know.
Okay.
I got 12.
I got an 18.
Okay. Nope.
Really?
Hmm.
I'm gonna put my ear to the ground
Okay.
and roll a 19.
What do the earth spirits tell you?
You're pretty sure that if you go back the way you came, you're going to end up back in Valaki.
I'm not sure which way to go though.
You're leaning towards any of the other 3 directions except for which way you came. So roll me a d6.
3.
Okay. You guys choose a direction. And you begin traveling down this road. And roll me 2 encounter checks.
Okay. 2.
Yep.
An 8 and a 10.
Oh, God. He's just screwed. Okay.
Should that have been a 20-sided die?
You rolling a d4?
Well, no. I was like, you sometimes have us roll a d12 and add something to it.
That's only
That's
if you actually
after we
succeed.
get the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's to see how screwed we are.
Okay. Gotcha.
Usually.
All right.
You should have bought a map.
You get about another hour into your journey. See, that's how I feel about those damn donuts.
Stepped on.
You get about another hour into your journey, and the road gets a little bit more scrubby, starts to disappear. You start to get this feeling.
Ah! Okay.
Anyways, you realize that you're right next to the river, and next to the Luna River, and you're probably heading south. You could try and cut west from what you remember. You could just head west through the woods up one of the mountains here, or you can continue going south and hope for the best, or you can go back the way you came, back to the crossroads.
Well, which road looks most heavily traveled? Because Because if it sounds like the bulk of the shipments are this wine,
Right.
and that would probably indicate which road.
This one appears to be just a little bit overgrown. You're pretty sure that you heard that this road probably goes to the ruins of Berez, which is a riverside village.
We haven't heard many rumors about that, have we? I vote we just turn around and go back north and then take
You don't want to try and just head west
that.
through the woods like your original plan?
No.
Who's the coward now? You hear Rictavio in the background.
Oh, gosh. Fine, I start traipsing off in the wilderness.
All right, so
Well,
you guys
what do you
leave
guys
him
wanna
to
do?
traipse off into the wilderness.
I would,
and you head
I would
north?
say we're not idiots. Being a fool and a coward are not the same thing.
You weren't here last week. Yeah, let's go back. I vote we go back
Okay.
north to the
roll
crossroads.
two more checks
I
for
say
your
we go
for
to
your
the
randoms on the way
crossroads.
back.
Alright. Two more.
Don't get a 15 or better.
That's 15 or better.
4.
Double fours.
Double fours.
Read them and weep.
So you make it back to the crossroads, and there in the ditch is all those, the signs. There's northwest, there's southwest, there's southeast, and then there's northeast.
So if we think this is the ruins of Berez, can we fix the sign so that the ruins of Berez is
It's the very
Facing-
next road.
facing
It's
where we
the-
just came?
Yeah, you do the
Oh.
roundabout technique. You're pretty sure that it's going to be, this one.
If we go clockwise, it'll be the very next.
Right. So each of the roads have got cutoffs, so that's where it gets confusing. It's not just like a pure crossroads. There's like, half mile up it crosses back, or it goes this way, or it's.
Oh, that's as far as we got. I thought we got further.
No, you made it about to there. So do you guys want to take this way, which eventually turns into a trail and takes you across past Lake Beartalk, or do you want to take Old Svalich Road this way and head that way?
Probably the southerly road. Well, let's have more heavily
Road,
used.
trail.
Road.
Road.
Who's the coward now?
I say the road because if there's any chance that the wine shipments are disappearing on the road, we want to find that out.
Right.
The roads could be more dangerous than the trails.
Could be. All right, give me 4 more checks.
I'll do it this time.
Add your turn.
I've done 4, I think Dave's done more than 4.
The scraggy trees are a little bit more lush out this direction, so there's more cover, which makes it darker, and the fog really closes in from the
8.
sides.
12.
Going up.
13.
Damn it! All right, so you guys make it to another set of crossroads.
Oh boy.
The Raven River Crossroads. Make me an encounter check. I'll make one more once you get here.
6.
Okay. This stretch of the Old Svalich Road has multiple branches. You see a weather-worn signpost still erect next to the road. The 3 arms of the sign point in the 3 branches of the road. The one pointing north reads Kresk, and through the woods you can see an arching stone bridge spanning a river. The arm pointing east reads Valaki, the direction you came from, and the road slopes up gradually in that direction. An arm pointing southwest reads the Wizard of Wines. And there's like little grapes carved into it, but they've kind of faded out, mostly fallen out, and all the paint's gone. The road slopes gently downward in that direction. So do you want to go to Kresk, or do you want to go to the Wizard of Wines?
Wizard of Wines.
All right.
Wizard lines first.
Roll me 3 more encounter checks. And what time of day is it?
It's dusk.
14. 13. 4.
Oh my God! Something is wrong. We can't have it be that easy. All right, so you guys reach the Wizard of Wines.
Nice foggy afternoon.
So you're approaching this little valley down in here. It kind of opens up. You can see that it once was used to probably be a nice, fertile wine valley. Has since fallen upon Strahdian
Does
times.
it look like the road, like there's been any conflicts on the road?
No. There's no sign of any wagons at all.
Okay.
And you guys did
You're pushing it towards us.
Oh, and this, by the way, the road ends, and then it's mostly a path, just with what
I'm just trying to get this Eddie out of here.
Okay, after a half mile, the road becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods, descending gradually until the trees part, revealing an even more mist-shrouded meadow. The trail splits. One branch heads west into the valley, the other leads south into dark woods. A wooden signpost at the intersection, which you can barely read through the fog, points west and reads, Vineyard. Do you want to head south into the dark woods, or would you like to head to the vineyard?
Say anything to the south?
Nothing about the trail that heads south. There's the infamous South Trail.
To the infamous letter Y.
Why?
Why would we go south? Let's go to the vineyard.
I'm just checking. Sometimes people like to be brave. But
Brave and stupid are not the same thing.
seems pretty quiet in the on the trail here. A light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail, which skirts north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south towards a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see a rope-handled half-barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees, and a man wearing a dark cloak and cowl stands at the edge of the trees, beckoning you.
Is it like with a long skeletal hand?
Nah, he
Like
kind of looks like
6-inch fingernails. Oh. Okay. A gnarled old man.
So like Dave's first gun.
Yeah, exactly.
He's back.
He's a good guy. He's just a minion of Azathoth. I'm sure he means no harm.
I'll approach.
okay.
I have my hand on my scabbard, but not too threateningly. You know.
All right. You can see him shift his
Lazily.
hand. He shifts his hand around on his walking stick.
I say, "Ho, friend."
You see others emerge from a stand of trees.
Are they armed?
A couple of them are.
With what?
They wear dark leather rain cloaks and cowls. Mostly wooden style weapons. A couple of them have crappy axes. One of them's guys got.
Are any of them made of metal?
A machete, yeah. Several of them got metal. If you're thinking they're the druids, they don't appear to be the druids.
Okay.
What is it?
What?
The druids that.
What is it?
that-
Shillelagh? How do you say
The
that?
ones that wear-
Yeah, I always called it shillelagh.
The ones that wear human teeth.
Yeah, like a wooden club.
There's no wine.
Why not?
Is that a joke?
Yeah. No, we're here to investigate why there's no wine.
Oh, my son didn't send you, did he?
No.
Who sent you?
We just came ourselves. We're looking for wine.
Did you
We
bring
need
any
to
horses?
drink.
Did you bring any horses?
No.
There's no escape. Adrian, we'll have to wait for more.
What's going on here?
He talks to his eldest son. I am Davian of the family Mardikov. Bad things have happened here.
Can you elaborate on that?
Evil druids and blights have attacked the winery and forced my family to take refuge in the woods. We're unable to produce wine.
You know what the attacks are about? Why?
No doubt it's probably because my son stole one of our 3 magic gems 10 years ago that helped the grapes grow in this god-awful place.
I bring out the lantern, and I ask him, maybe this could potentially help the grapes grow.
Oh, there's hope.
Did you prepare this all? That's amazing.
The gem. It might be saved after all. Where did you find this?
Where did we find
That's
this?
a great question.
Maybe in the house. No, we didn't find it in the house.
We found it on our travels in a dark and dangerous place.
Why is it in this lantern?
Well, it has some properties that basically incinerate the undead.
But also give life.
Yes, that's what we've been told.
2 of our other magic seeds have been stolen.
By the druids?
Yes. Did my son give you this?
No.
No.
Your son's a bit of a douche. We came here despite his lack of assistance. So,
Okay. You see, our wine is the only thing that keeps people alive in these lands. Otherwise, their spirits fall to rest and another soul disappears.
Yes, people in Kresk allegedly have been laying down in graves. They're so without hope right now.
Well, see, our issue is now we are missing those seeds. For the good of all Barovia, travel to Berez and Yester Hill to retrieve our other 2 gems.
Is that where the druids are camped?
Yes.
Why can you guys not leave?
We're not warriors. We're whiners.
Yes, I agree. You are whiners. Everyone in Barovia are whiners.
But our winery has been taken over by these druids and these blights.
So they're actually at your winery too.
Yeah, you guys are at the winery right now, and you're standing out here. And then the winery itself is this building up here. Fine work of art here.
Yes, I'll tell you some of the terrain.
So you guys are all against the wall. We're over in the woods over here.
So we're all just sitting outside this winery that once belonged to them, just kind of glaring at it.
Yes. Anyways, the druids and the blights have holed up in the winery
You know why?
to spread the last of our destruction, seeds of our destruction. See, these druids have no love for humans. They have no love for their own kind. They only wish to send everything back to destruction and let nature rebuild. That is their theory on how they're going to.
So then why destroy life? That seems against one of their core tenets.
They're evil. They are not good. I can sense it in them.
Blighters.
So are blighters? Is that just a nickname for humans, or is that like a?
See, like evil druids.
Oh, okay.
They corrupt like the natural
I
world.
see.
But there's this guy with the
They're
blighter.
more the anarchist version of druids. Anyways, this is what Davian Mardukov looks like.
So
He evidently carries an Ephoridi bottle or something there.
okay.
So please, please help us.
Would you recommend that we try to clear your winery out first,
Yes,
or that we go get the gems first?
whatever's most suitable. We'll surely die of exposure out here.
How many of them are there in there?
Then let's go.
Shit,
And, like,
out here too.
A shitload?
Yeah, you could sacrifice a few to the dark gods, wouldn't even know. There's Davian, Adrian, the eldest son, Elvir, his youngest son, Stefiana, his adult daughter, Dag, Tomescu, Stefiana's husband. All 5 Also present are Stefiana and Dag's 4 children, a teenage son named Claudio, 2 boys named Martin and Vigo, a baby named Yolanda. The 3 youngest children appear to be non-combatants. Yolanda is
We can make
effectively
them
a human with
combatants. I can cast
1 hit
heroism.
point. Adrian can confine that if you need wine, there are 3 barrels in the loading dock, plus another 3 barrels and several wine bottles in the cellar. And there's still more wine fermenting.
How many of these druids are there?
We saw at least 4.
I say, this is how my brain works. We wait till dark, and we try to gather a little bit of intel.
All right.
Oh, cool. Good idea. Scope it out, make some survivals, and stealth, 1 each. You may now flip over your secret.
Well, do we want to
Messages.
do that, or do we want to try to talk to these things?
The druids? I've been told by several people they're evil. Several people that seem like decent human beings to me.
It's funny, she doesn't look Druish.
To me, I don't want to talk to evil. Like, that's just not in my nature. If I'm sure that it's evil, and several people of credibility have told me it's evil, I'm just gonna kill it. That's what my character would think to do.
Well, I'm wondering if since they're of the woodland realm, with my Fey background, then maybe
You might be able to talk to them.
commonality.
You've seen the balance between the good and the evil and the true neutrals. I mean, nobody talks alignment like the real druids. Because there's like those who want anarchy and evil to consume the land so that it can regrow. That's kind of the evil druids. And there's the good druids. And then there's the neutral goods who are like the ones who sit around and deliberate all day. So they can't make a decision.
So how about this? How about we do some? Is it dusk? Is it
Roll me a D12 and add 12.
D12 and add 12? Okay. So 19.
Yeah, so it's like 7 p.m.
So it's basically
Dark
dusk.
already.
So I tell you what. Why don't we do this? How about the paladin, assassin, zealot, and I will do a little reconnoitering, and then if we want to go with the talk it out plan, we can do that afterwards.
Actually, how about I'll do the talking while you're doing that to distract them a little
okay.
bit.
All right.
Maybe they won't be quite as attentive.
Okay.
Situated in the midst of the vineyard,
Courageous of you.
the winery
I
is an
respect that.
old 2-story building with multiple entrances, thick ivy covering every wall, iron fencing along its roof line. There's a trail that leads up front to a loading dock at the front door, next to the front door. To the western side is a well and another entrance. Apparently the only entrances and exits. There's one here in the back, one in the west. There's the wagon here, and then there's a front door. And then there's W1.
Are there windows?
Stables. Upper level, yes, at every room. All the way around the upper level.
Is the vegetation around the building, is it pretty thick, or is it...
No, it's fairly thin. Roll me on a scale of 1 to 12.
All right.
One real bushy.
1 to 6 being bare, mostly just vines.
12.
So it's bushy. It's like 70s bush. You're gonna have to like detangle to get through there. So yeah, you may have.
It's gonna take me even longer than normal to find it. Is that...
Yeah.
Okay. All
It
right.
retains the smell very well.
Little crotch stank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there is actually a lot of overgrown brush.
So it would give us a little cover.
Yep.
Okay. I'll follow your lead. Wherever you think we.
All right. Can I see the outline of the building again?
Sure.
Just as a general, I don't want to look at it.
That's right. I just want to cover up a couple of secret doors and shit.
Obviously.
Those are nice sticky notes you got there.
I don't know where we got these.
Those are regulation Adams 12. By the way, we're trying to pass a bond issue this year.
So are we.
To raise more money.
Trying to raise more money because they ran out of sticky notes.
Yeah. It's a big to-do at the ad building about office supplies.
Was there?
No.
Oh. God, you just want to keep taking.
Take, never give.
All right.
So here's what it looks like if everybody wants to stand up. Everybody make me a stealth too, by the way. If anybody gets a 2 or a 3, it's a catastrophic fail. I just want you to know.
2. Well, do I add my bonus? Because my bonus makes that
No,
a
I'm
9.
just talking a flat roll.
Okay, 2.
Good.
16.
Well, I wasn't with them.
Oh, that's the same thing Ash said in Evil Dead. I'm not even with these assholes, right?
No, the plan is he's going to walk up to the front door and talk to them while
Yeah.
we're sneaking around. And
Oh, you're
figuring
actually
shit out.
okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a d20, anyways.
So I got shot up at Crossroads.
You trip the tripwire.
4. So that is not catastrophic.
All right. So, anyways, you can take a look at the map. This is ground level. Entrance to the stables, wagon, backyard or back door there, well, side door, shitter, front door, upper level windows, and then some creepy cellar.
These like towers or what? Or
Yeah,
these
they're
just-
turret towers.
Turret towers. Okay.
But mainly just
So the way I would probably
And then there's
come,
an iron
so that
fence.
we can keep eyes on her as she comes up to the front door, is to come through the stables
Alright,
and to
sounds
try to
good.
get this way.
Sounds good.
Like in the back of the wagon.
All right.
Okay.
So right where I'm gonna go tinkle in the woods. I'll be right back.
Your choice. Alright, so let's set up a little bit of action here, because this is going to go bad in a hurry since you rolled the catastrophic 2 or a 3.
Do I get advantage because he's trying to distract?
Oh, you'll totally get advantage.
Okay.
You're going to need it. It's a good thing you brought these.
Yeah, I don't. When I buy one of these packages, I usually completely regret it because I end up eating half of it in one night and then having cement in my stomach for.
Your Crohn's is
Yeah.
like, no!
Exactly. It's does not appreciate it, but if I can share it with people, it's not so bad. Because eventually I have to stop eating because it runs out.
Stradivarius and bat form here.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Brett just forgot or just didn't know, just didn't read the headline of your email, or the thing that, because he is not done anything.
I hope he's going to live. Alright, so let's take our, what do we call these, extras?
NPCs.
NPC extras.
Kids at home watching Stranger Things.
Have you watched it all yet?
Not all of it. It's good.
It's
Are you
good.
getting sucked in?
Oh, yeah.
I liked it a lot.
I love horror movies. It's the first one to give me the creeps. Like my hair stood on end, and I don't know how many years.
Yeah. I had a couple of those
Holy
moments.
shit! It's a
Yeah, it had
show.
good suspense. They did a really good job, I think, on, you
And
know.
it's got that feel of the '80s without being. The only thing that I keep saying was missing is the oppressive nature of church.
Yeah.
Like the Baptist minister decrying D&D is the only thing that's missing. From
Where did the show take place? I was trying to get that. Like, in my head it was like
Indiana.
Yeah, that's what I
And I'm
thought.
like, what the fuck? Forest in Indiana? Who are these fucks?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had to look it up, and there's one of those national forests out there, and I'm like, okay, I'll suspend my disbelief and relax. Suspend my nerd rage for
Wait,
5 seconds.
Is this the Tom Cruise movie?
Stranger Things?
Or,
Stranger
don't tell me. I haven't seen it yet.
Did you go on
have
Facebook
to
and
see
bitch
it.
about
I
it?
know. I want it. Yeah.
Did you go on any forums and bitch about it?
No, I've been actually talking it out. I don't bitch about stuff anymore. Not like I used to. Not well. Okay, so I do. But
It's toned down a lot.
Kinder, gentler Jay.
Vaughn made me buy this hippogriff, so if you ever need one, or griffin,
Ooh.
Was that a Bones?
or never need it. Oh, do you see this? So Vaughn and I were out Pokemon going. You know, when you go in your Pokemon.
Yep.
So we're over Morrison, which is full of fossils, right? So down, if you ever want fossils, go to just below the river on 470, and you can just pull that shit right out of the river.
Wow.
Because it just washes down the river into Bear Creek eventually, so every year new stuff comes out. But there's one of those giant tube-like ones coming out of the limestone that's like this long that keeps getting eroded down the tube this way. It's amazing. Anyways, we just look at that one, but we thought we'd better pull up one of those mussels before they all washed away.
I have to pee too. So
Alright, I'll get it set up.
Jay, where was that arcade you were talking about? Old school, like
Yes, it's called Hyperspace.
hyperspace. Okay.
It's like Dust and Crops, kid.
I gotta take my two
Just
boys.
all you gotta remember, it's $10. All you can do, but you gotta bring money for food is the only kind of extra thing. So there's gonna be our front door. Here's gonna be the side door. Back door. And I need one more. Give me Ed's Fortress there with a little wooden stockade in the front. We'll use that as the. Up. Right there in the middle. That one.
Oh, that one. Sorry.
That one will make a good.
I never finished building.
That'll make a good horse barn. Could use a good horse blanket.
So show Dave, you know what that painting stuff?
You know, Jameson, he painted what he had, and then I was like, so do you want to keep going with this? Because I can get. And he's like, yeah. He's just kind of. The problem is we don't. My other son has like a couple of armies, but there's just really not an outlet to play. You know, like.
Yeah, I get it.
So he was kind of doing it for fun, and so yeah. I mean, if you're just gonna dump it and look, you know, I'll give you some money for it, maybe, and just store it in my closet. And maybe some year he'll want it.
The problem is that stuff gets kind of old and stale, the
Okay.
paint
All
especially.
right. Okay. All right.
So I mean, I don't foresee myself picking up a paintbrush anytime soon.
Okay.
Except I got like Reaper of Bones 1 and 2 Kickstarter. I guess I got 600 figures. That Griffin, I had that. I think I have that.
Yeah, looks like it was part of that.
Should have told me looking for a Griffin. I would have given you mine.
My geologists come in and drop off stuff like this.
Cool.
And we got some, I don't know, there's all kinds of shit from mines around Creed.